Jon Jones and Tom Aspinall had a back and forth last night that continued to today. It started with Tom Aspinall posting this yesterday to his TikTok. It has the aging filter, and Tom wrote, "Waiting for Jon Jones like." Jon fired back at Tom via X. He wrote, "Only 4 recognizable opponents, and already the King of England. Must be nice. There will be legendary tales told about you and your infamous callouts." A fan replied, "He's done all he can do. You can't blame him for being frustrated." Jon replied, "I mean, it doesn't really work like that. I was a champion when I was 23 years old. You can't show up at age 30 pretending like you've been chasing me your whole life. I have no clue who 90% of his resume is. Meanwhile, I've been highlighting UFC events my entire career." Jon continued, "It's a wild world we live in. People can be so quick to try to replace you, throw you away, discredit your work. That's the best thing about them stats, or just being able to see the fruits of your labor. Be an absolute savage at what you do, at whatever capacity that may be. Let the work speak for itself. Be undeniable in this world, ladies and gentlemen. Be absolutely undeniable." Tom responded to Jon saying, "Jon, you're letting your ego run wild here, mate. I'm not downplaying your resume. It's incredible. Far superior to mine. You are known as the best fighter ever, and that's exactly why I want to beat you. Surely you can understand that." He followed up with Jon Jones. "You need to fight people who build your legacy." Me, great idea, absolutely. UFC, do you want to fight Tom? Stipe, no. Jon, no. Me, thinking. Jon had more words for Tom today. Jon started with this. He wrote, "I love how a fighter can do an interview about me every week, make silly memes on the internet, and then when I respond, they play the victim role. Tom, you talking about someone's ego running wild is one of the most hypocritical things ever. You literally haven't kept my balls out of your mouth since you won that imaginary championship. Both you and Sergey have 0 championships between your name. It's funny that you actually walk around feeling like the world champion, especially when the actual champion is undefeated and had a flawless last performance. Literally didn't get hit my last fight. My Stipe fight was booked well before yours came along. You aren't even the backup fighter. Trust me, you're the one who is coming up around here with the inflated ego and entitlement. That interim championship means absolutely nothing if you seriously haven't noticed yet. All your fight did at Madison Square Garden was confuse the fans. Good thing the UFC and its 2 long-time standing champions are all on the same page. The UFC, Stipe, and I have unfinished business. It's really just that simple." A fan replied, "It gets old, doesn't it, champ?" Jon replied, "Literally, the same thing, different year. It's always the fighter who's not technically next in line who talks the most. Usually crickets from the guy who is actually next with a contract signed." Another fan replied, "Are you afraid of Pavlovich? You know what Russians are capable of in this damn sport." Jon replied, "Yep, I'm terrified. No matter who would have won that interim championship, the narrative still would have been the same. The GOAT is getting older now and is running from fights. 36-year-old lifelong champion starting to contemplate retirement. What a chicken. What I refuse to do is be like a lot of these other fighters who stuck around too long. That just won't happen. Your boy Bones Jones over here, despite what a lot of people may like to think, I've set myself up pretty well in life. I want Stipe for my resume. Outside of that, I need nothing else from this sport. I came, I saw, I conquered. Facts." Jon also broke some news last night via his Instagram story. Jon is undergoing another surgery.
Hey, what's up everybody? This is your friend and heavyweight champion of the world, Jon Bones Jones, back out here in California with Dr. Alan Trash. This time, instead of doing a pack with Pereira, we are working on my left elbow. I'm actually about 1 hour off the table. We had a 2-hour surgery, shaving down some bone spurs. Good news is that it's about a 10-week heal process, and I'm out for months anyways because of this pec surgery. So I just thought I'd kill 2 birds and get this elbow taken care of once and for all. I appreciate all the support. Your boy's back in the sling, back on this recovery journey, still on this recovery journey. Sometimes you have to take a small step back in order to move forward, and I'm patient, and I appreciate you guys' support, your love, your positive energy, and I will be back. Love you all. Take care. Have a good day.
So the rumors of Jorge Masvidal rematching Nate Diaz in boxing are looking to be true. Ariel Helwani posted this to X last night. He wrote, "Nathan Diaz versus Jorge Masvidal in a boxing match is in fact in the works for later this year. First reported by Happy Punch. I asked Diaz's rep Zach Rosenfeld this evening about it, and he said I can't confirm that." He followed up with, "As I said multiple times recently, neither man was slated or in talks for 300. This was always the targeted bout." Michael Chandler had a message for Conor McGregor today. Chandler posted this video to X.
Hey Siri, how many days until June 29th, 2024? You're finished.
Daniel Cormier explains how Francis Ngannou could defeat Anthony Joshua. Ngannou and Joshua are set to box on March 8th.
For him to win, he's got to do what he did last time. But he has to be a little bit more ferocious in his approach, because I really do believe that if he approaches this fight with bad intent and he goes out there and he's swinging and he's a little bit reckless, I believe he will make Joshua fight in such a way that it'll limit all of these skills that he's built over a lifetime. Some of the greatest insults hurled at Anthony Joshua are based on his appearance opposed to the way that he actually fights inside the squared circle. That's what all of his opponents go at. They all go at that. He's good, but Francis needs to be ferocious. He needs to intimidate him with size and in what he did the last time. And that's where Francis holds advantages. Because while these guys have boxed their whole life, Francis is not throwing his punches from the same ways that they're used to seeing their whole life. I don't know. You asked me this 6 months ago, I'd have said no chance. You asked me today, I think Francis has a chance. And I think Francis is going to get it done. Crazy idea.
For the last few weeks, there have been rumors of Alex Pereira fighting at UFC 300. At first, we thought maybe it would be Alex versus Tom Aspinall due to the post on Alex's Instagram story. Then Alex did an interview with the Mac Life and said he wasn't going to be moving up to heavyweight just yet. Recently, people have been speculating that it could potentially be the trilogy with Israel Adesanya at UFC 300. Izzy posted some photos to his Instagram story recently where it looked like he put on some weight. Nothing is official just yet. However, it looks like we'll be getting word soon. Today, Alex posted this to his Instagram, and the caption he wrote back. What do you guys think? Who do you think Alex will be fighting? Post your predictions in the comments. Khamzat Chimaev sent a message to Sean Strickland. Khamzat says that if Sean gets past Dricus du Plessis at UFC 297, he wants him next. Khamzat said he has to be afraid. I'm coming for him. The fight's in the cage. If we can make people happy who are going through hard times, all Muslims watching us, me and Khabib Nurmagomedov, all of the Muslim fighters, Bilal Muhammad, we know all the kids watching want to be like us. They want to be strong people. Inshallah, we try to be a good picture for them. Sean Strickland, all these guys, they should be afraid of us. We fight not just for us like they do, we fight for all Muslims. On Sean Strickland versus Israel Adesanya, Khamzat continued, I knew this fight, something was going to happen strange. I was thinking if Sean Strickland got the knockdown in the first round, I was thinking he was going to win the fight. I didn't say it to anyone, I was just holding it to myself. He won the fight. He's one of the good fighters. Not bad, but for us, it's no problem. He has the fight now. He has a good fighter who's fighting with him, Dricus du Plessis. If he wins against this guy, for sure we're going to fight. 100% it should be. They promised me that fight. Now we're going to wait to see who is winning that fight and take the belt. And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. These comments are in reference to Ian Gary allegedly reading from a script in his interview with Ariel Helwani yesterday. The first one says he 100% looks like he's reading a script. The second one's from Smallmouth City. It says Nate fought Conor on 10 days notice. Chandler is about to fight Conor on 2 years notice. And the final one says Ian Gary acting like he doesn't regret trashing Magny's name, while simultaneously calling out everyone for trashing his name is exactly why he's hated as much as he is. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.